Hi, thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm Steve Prusak,
And I'm Julie Prusak.
and you're here live with us. We're going to be broadcasting this on iHeartRadio, on our website, and right now live with you on Facebook. That's where it all goes down every Monday for Manic Mondays. Sign up on our email list at juicegurutv.com. You'll get the email notifications.
Right.
Sound like fun?
Sounds great. Can we talk a little bit about what we're going to do today?
Yes.
And also why in the world Manic Mondays? What was our thinking behind that?
Okay, we'll start with why Manic Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really because Monday is the hardest day of the week to get ourselves out of bed, to get going with things, and especially to start developing a habit like juicing.
Right? And that's what this is all about. We really want to make it very easy. Not only easy for you to juice, but something you want to do, something that's delicious, something that's easy, something that makes you feel great. So we want to take all the hard stuff out for you. We want to make it easy. So Manic Mondays seem to make sense. So
Hey, hello, Patty in Mexico. And you can be part of the studio audience too. So just get on our mailing list and hi, Patty in Mexico. I love that we're just broadcasting all over the world with you. And what we're going to make with you. And so if we're doing this every Monday, maybe next Monday you could set up and get ready to juice with us, right? We can juice right in your kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's really exciting.
So we're going to do, like it said in the title, Cold and Flu Buster. This is, actually, do we have a copy of Try Best Life magazine?
Not here.
We don't.
No, inside.
Julie and I are on the cover of Try Best Life, this catalog for winter, and this is one of the juicing recipes we feature in the magazine. And there's a reason for that. This is a juice that's going to help build your immune system. It's going to ward off any short or long-term colds and flus.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about why that is. Well, first of all, it tastes great. Let's talk about what's in it, okay? We've got cucumber because any juice needs a base, something that's going to yield a lot of juice, right? So you get a lot of volume. Plus, it's full of great stuff.
And no sugar, so we like to keep our juices low glycemic.
That's right. We're also, as part of our base, we have celery.
Right, which has the natural sodium, which really works well with the other vegetables in this juice and a little bit of fruit to help absorb it into your body, which is pretty amazing.
Right, it makes all the absorption more efficient and effective, so that's really great. Now, of course, any green juice is going to have, any of our green juice is going to have lots of leafy greens.
Here, let me
so
zoom in on that. What do you got there?
Today we've got kale, okay, because kale, we know, is a superfood. It is full of all sorts of nutrients, including phytonutrients, which are only available in certain, in plant foods, but certain plant foods have more than others, and we know that cruciferous veggies like kale are great to help to ward off cancers as well. So one of the best kinds of foods you can have for that.
Great. Well, I'm so busy fidgeting with this. So what
else have we got? So we've got the greens, we've got the base. We also wanted to sort of balance the salty flavor in this with a little bit of sweet because we know a lot of people, especially those who are new to juicing, like to have a little sweetness to their juice, and it's really important that your juice tastes great because whatever tastes great, you're going to want to do a lot.
So in this case, we chose the Granny Smith because it is a low glycemic. It's lower than most of the apples that we're going to use in our juice. So we're still keeping the sugar low, but adding a little bit of, what would you say, it's a tangy kind of flavor.
Right, it's a little bit tart, and we used to love sweet juices, and sometimes we have them as a treat, but we've really gotten into the green juices, the spicy juices, the salty juices. So we find as a good complement to that kind of juice is the green apple because it's tart and not just sweet.
Apples, don't be worried about having some apple in your juice. It's actually great for regulating your blood sugar. So when it comes to fresh pressed organic juice like we're making here, there's nothing like having some apple in there, not to worry about getting too much of a sugar surge and crash that you might find with some of the store-bought brands. Right, babe?
That's right. And now we're going to talk about some of the flavor enhancers we have. Of course, we have lemon, right? So lemon is great for bringing out the flavors in everything else that's in your juice.
Right, antimicrobial, antibacterial. I want to bring the camera a little closer because I'm not able to zoom in on the fruits and vegetables. You want to hold that up?
Yeah, sure.
And just talk a little more about the lemon?
Well, let's talk about the lemon in context of what we're making here today, which is a cold and flu buster. Because almost everything we've got here is anti-inflammatory, which is great, and also has a lot of antioxidants. But lemons and all citrus fruits are really full in antioxidants, and in particular in vitamin C. So we've got that in here not only as a flavor enhancer, but as a key part of this cold and flu busting juice. Right?
Okay, you got that?
I got that.
And now we can actually get in closer on things. So if you can see, that's the produce, and I've got this here in front. So what I did was I moved the camera a little close so you guys can really get a view of what we're doing here, those that are watching on the live stream, on the video. And if you're listening on iHeartRadio, then I'm just gonna have to, tell you what we got going on here.
Okay.
So finally we've got the ginger.
Right, so these are along the lines of the flavor enhancers, but also phenomenal for you in terms of colds and flus.
Right, and with the lemon, we've got antimicrobial, antibacterial.
Mm-hmm.
The ginger is also anti-inflammatory, and it's good to address nausea, as you might know.
Right.
I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit here. We're having some kind of weird problems with our stream video today, but I'm doing the best I can with it. They had some upgrades on this camera, and I'm not seeing that it's working as well as I would like.
So the other thing about ginger, you were saying, but let's really talk about this in particular. It's that it's extremely anti-inflammatory. And we know that a lot of disease, including colds, flus, things like that, are caused by chronic inflammation in the body. So really good for that. And the other thing we're going to put in here to make a zing and also to help with that extra anti-inflammation and circulation is the cayenne pepper.
Right, and that's also great for circulation, and it's going to really bring everything into your bloodstream that much faster. So now I love the taste of it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to really wake you up and get you going. So,
right, if you ever find that you've made a green juice and you don't love the way it tastes, you just throw in some cayenne pepper, right?
well, not everyone loves it.
If you like
You know.
spice.
So go ahead and type in a question below, or if you want to know anything about the ingredients or why we're using this, or we can tell you how to adapt it depending on how much juice you want to make. We're making about enough juice for 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 62 ounces at the end of it all, don't you think? Depending on what kind of juicer you use. And that gets me to what we're using today. This is our TriBest Slow Star juicer. This is a vertical upright juicer. Sits great on the counter. We love this juicer. It yields a good amount of fruits and vegetable juice, so it extracts a lot. The pulp is relatively dry. Why else do we love this juicer?
Well, you're going to see that we've got a lot of different kinds of fruits and vegetables. We've got very fibrous veggies. We've got some soft fruits. We've got some harder fruits. And we've got greens, of course. And the Slow Star is extremely versatile. So it's going to juice all of those and do it really well.
Great. So this is actually the first episode of Manic Monday. So again, every Monday we're going to be with you. If you're just tuning in, this is what we're going to be doing, making juices with you, smoothies, healthy foods, just motivational videos where we can connect with you. That's what it's really most about. We want to connect with you. So go ahead and type in, connect with us. Let us know what you're up to, if you're having a juice today, or what you're doing to maintain the healthy lifestyle. What are some of the choices you're making today? Go ahead and type them in below so we can connect with you and stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
So we can connect and stay connected.
Do you want to start? Do you want to start prepping?
Yeah, well, we can go ahead and start. I was just seeing if any comments were coming in.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start by sort of just cutting up our fruits and vegetables. We just want to cut them up just so that they fit nicely through the chute of your juicer. So in this case, how's that? We're going to do them.
It's good. We're using a ceramic knife,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we recommend too. Your vegetables and fruit won't get oxidized, so they don't turn brown as fast. Like if you think about an apple, when you cut it, how it gets brown after a little bit. So the ceramic is an awesome choice for when we're preparing our raw fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. And now the celery, we're going to take, it's a very fibrous, stringy kind of veggie, so we're going to try to cut it into smaller pieces so that it's not going to back up our juicer as it goes through.
So it's funny, I'm holding the phone with one hand and I'm juicing with the other. And the
See how
TriBest,
easy, right?
this juicer allows us to do that. So take a look here. I'm gonna, if we can get a close up here, I'm gonna show you how that works. So I'm gonna put in some of that celery, which I would cut it up a little more than that.
A little more than that.
Yeah, we don't want it stringy,
Okay.
especially with this juicer. We're not using the Elite.
Right, the Elite we put through whole. The really powerful juicers in terms of using a different kind of
Did we even
method.
talk about the benefits of kale? Did we?
Yeah, we did. Well, it's anti-inflammatory, it's full of phytonutrients, which you're not going to find in most other foods on the
You
planet.
know, I'm so busy trying to get this camera working that I didn't really notice that we even talked about it. So let me get a zoom out. There it is. The zoom is out.
Mhm.
We're just juicing with you on Manic Monday, and at the end of this, if you can get yourself something healthy to have with us, even a glass of water and squeeze some lemon into there,
Uh-huh.
that's the easiest way to juice, isn't it? If you don't have your juicer out and you're not juicing with us.
Be your own juicer.
But this could be like one of those old-time cooking shows, right? Where, you know, you get to make whatever the host is making, and every Monday we can do this with you. It's just to get you going, get the week going right. Because the habit is a juice first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well, increased energy. You need less sleep that way. Clears up your skin, so you become beautiful on the inside and out.
Helps you stay lean easily. Gets you craving healthier foods.
That's the thing too. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So for the rest of the day, I'm going to be craving more fruits and vegetables because this is the first thing I'm going to usually put in my body. It depends what time we do this stream every week. We'll have to figure out what time works, to do this stream so we can all join together and connect.
That's right. Now, a couple things to pay attention to as we are prepping for our juice and juicing. Steve is going to be putting different things through the juicer, sort of rotated. That makes it easier for the juicer to work well if you're rotating things that are a little harder to juice with things that are a little easier for the juicer to take.
But it depends what kind of juicer you're using. But we're using a cold press slow juicer here, and there's a difference. When you use a juicer like this juice will last us 24 hours without degradation, without breakdown of enzymes, without losing the value, all those valuable nutrients in the fruits and vegetables that start to break down, pretty quickly. So we want to use a good juicer. I mean, it's worth the investment. When you're using a less expensive one, Patty had a raw Caesar salad with a lot of the same ingredients. So
That sounds awesome.
you know how great this is going to taste, right, Patty?
But Patty, I bet you didn't eat one that's as large as this. So the
Right.
great thing about juicing is you can get so many more nutrients in your body by reducing it into just the juice.
You got me some
I see
kale,
that.
so I don't have to reach
Yes,
every
I'm
time.
going to do that. And then I also want to talk about, in terms of prepping, one other thing that we did just now with the lemon, and that is, you can juice the whole fruit. You can juice the outer rind of the lemon too, except it's really, really strong and powerful. So sometimes what we like to do is cut the very outer rind off and keep
The way
that
she's
white.
swinging that knife around, I would thought she's going to cut my hand off, and wouldn't that make for an interesting stream? When she
Sorry.
cuts my hand off,
Sorry.
and then you see it, and then you would wonder, are you going to juice his hand?
Sorry about that. But you want to keep the white pith, the inner
I don't know that
rind
she's really sorry about it.
intact. Of course I am.
Are you?
Okay.
Well, then let's be careful with that knife. And that's something we can all learn. But that's something we can all learn a lesson about, and that's we don't want to cut ourselves when we're juicing.
We're all about what's good for
Patty
you.
did acknowledge that, yes, that's true. She couldn't get as many nutrients. And that's really one of the big differences between juices and smoothies. Even if we're talking about the NutriBlast and those late night infomercials, there's a big difference between a juice and a smoothie. And we can talk about some of that because it's important. We're really trying to clear up the confusion. We love green smoothies, and we're going to do some streams where we're going to make some of our favorites. But when it comes to the next level of health, when it comes to really taking it to the next level and healing from disease, from, getting the most energy out of your drink, supplementing your body and taking it to the next level, there's nothing that's going to compare. You can look at it like this. A smoothie or green smoothie or whatever it is eliminates the mastication, the chewing process, but the juicer helps us eliminate the mastication and the digestion. So when we're chewing our food, it's the juice and the digestion. Our body tries to extract all the valuable nutrients from what we're eating, from the vegetables and fruit. And that's the most healing things we can put in our body.
Right, when we were researching our book, we found out.
And by the way, just something noted home: you don't want cat hair. You don't want cat hair Take that away.
We've
That's from
got 2
Rennie.
cats and a dog.
So I'm always very careful about what Julie's handing me. She's not as careful. And again, you see that knife was coming very close to my hand. I don't know if she's doing that on a conscious level, but there seems to be some sort of tension on the set.
I think you're giving everyone the impression that I want to do you harm.
Well, I'm getting nervous because that knife keeps coming really close to my hand.
Which couldn't be any further from the truth.
But you were coming close.
So we were talking about doing research for the book in terms of a smoothie versus a juice, and we were talking about how we learned that just in the stomach alone, because digestion includes the intestines and the stomach, and it's a many-hour, in fact, multiple-day process. But in terms of digesting, just in the stomach alone.
I have some of that kale because I want to green it up.
Okay, just in the stomach alone, in terms of digesting solid foods like the fibrous foods that you're going to get in a smoothie, it can take 6 to 8 hours to pass just through your stomach, whereas juice can pass through in about 15 minutes. So when you're talking about getting like the nutrients directly from your foods, infusing your cells
right
with
into
it.
your bloodstream, right into your cells, there's nothing like it. And when we're out doing our Whole Foods Try Best Roadshow, we're always telling people about the difference, and that's why they're getting the juicer, they're getting it. You try it, you drink it, it's like, yeah, that's way different than that Nutri-Drink that I had this morning.
Yes, they are.
It just tastes so much better too.
Mm-hmm. And when you're using a really high-powered slow juicer like the Slow Star, that also makes a big difference. And people were saying that they noticed the difference between the juice that we made in the demo and the juice from the juice bar at Whole Foods, because they'll use one of those centrifugal juicers, which kind of spin really fast and don't make a very high-quality juice. So we were talking about why it is we like to recommend and use the Slow Star in particular. It's because it's so efficient.
And you can see how dry the pulp is. I mean, this machine does a really good job of extracting. And what does that mean? Well, we save money when we go to the grocery store. We don't need as much produce to make a good amount of juice. And I see we're almost to the top there. And the other thing, you'll notice how quiet it was. We were able to talk and juice, and it wasn't this loud machine like you'll hear with those loud centrifugal juicers too, and even the lower quality ones.
Now you're going to notice that there's some foam that's on the top of the juice, and that's because we've chosen to juice kale. And
So
kale,
I'm going to close the no drip spout.
And kale contains a chemical component that actually creates that foam. So I'm just going to take that foam right off the top before we do any. We put it through the strainer and we strain out anything.
I'm having such fast zooms and ins and outs because I'm having some weird issue with my camera, but hopefully you're not getting too dizzy in this process.
We're going to work that all out by the next man.
Yeah, that is an issue with some kale. We notice not all the kale will do that, but some of the varieties will. We're using the curly kale, and we do find that sometimes. So wait, I want to bring this front and center so we can show what we're doing.
Do you want to do it then? So that way, you're going to do it into this.
I mean, this is completely optional. Not everyone will strain the juice. So...
Right, people asked us on some of our last live streams, people were asking the question of, well, why do you go through that second step? And the answer is, you don't really have to do it. But we like our juice to be smooth and pulp-free. We find it really adds and enhances the flavor. And when we're talking about Manic Mondays and why we're doing this, we want to make your juicing experience really amazing, right?
Well, the other thing is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, less is more. So if we're getting that pulp out, every bit of it, it's going to absorb that much faster into your body, especially during a cleanse. We want to get that out because the less for your body to work with to digest, the better. So we feed our body on a molecular level. And I talked about that in my first book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Juice Fasting. And it kind of holds true when we're breaking that morning fast with our morning juice. I love that. So I can smell, it's very heavy on the kale. Hi, Jennifer Weaver, checking in.
Which is great. We love it when it's got a lot of greens.
Good to see you.
A lot of greens. Really raises the bar in terms of your nutrition and your energy and the health that you're putting in your body.
Hey, but speaking of which, I don't think we put ginger in.
We didn't put ginger in.
Okay, so
Now, while you're doing that and straining, I'm going to
Let's
tell
go back
people
and
what
do
we're
some.
going to,
Well, we're going to do some more. Let's juice some more right,
Yeah.
right here and foremost.
and I'm going to show everybody what we do with ginger, okay? And I hope that this is wet enough. I soaked it right before the live stream. But what we do with the ginger is we like to soak it in water, and that like loosens up the outer sort of skin of the ginger. And then instead of using a peeler or a knife, you can just take a spoon, and it just kind of comes right off. That outer.
Well, I wouldn't say right off. Let's not exaggerate it.
No, it comes right off.
Well, it's a little bit of work. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, it's not very hard work, and that's because it is still wet. See, I mean, it's just coming right off. See?
Yeah. Well, I'm zooming in on it.
Okay. All right,
I'm zooming in. Everyone can see it.
Okay.
So what we have here is a close-up of Julie peeling the ginger.
There we go.
It's just a lot easier than using a peeler because you get to a lot more of the ginger remains intact too. That's the other
right.
thing I like about that.
You're right. It takes off much less of the ginger layer.
You can sing a song with it. Julie's going to sing one now. This is the way we peel the ginger. Go ahead,
This
Julie.
is the way we peel the ginger. You know you wanted to start this off with just another manic Monday.
Jennifer asked where she can order our book and also when she's going to see us at Rio, the Duran Duran cover band that Dina manages.
Oh.
Right? We
As soon as we
wanted
can.
to go at that Veg Fest, but we missed it.
We're
should have been
children of
there.
the 80s. For those of you who don't know, we're reunited high school sweethearts from the 1980s.
Class of 87.
Mm-hmm.
And our high school reunion is coming up next year, and it's going to be the 30th. And my goal is to get everyone at that reunion juicing.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
great.
I would love that, you know, because we know there's nothing better to turn back the clock on aging. Our book is all about that, Juice Guru. So there are two books, Jennifer. There's my first book, The Complete Ageist Guide to Juice Fasting, which is, you know, how to do a juice cleanse, which is great in time for the new year. And our book that we wrote together, which is Juice Guru, the magic of having one juice a day and what that'll do for your body. And they're both on Amazon. They're both at Barnes & Noble.
We should also talk about the fact that we actually are including a copy of the second book, Juice Guru, with a new package that we're putting out, a gift package that you can
right.
which includes the Slow Start too.
Private message me if you're looking for a gift package.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is, our book is on sale on Amazon right now. It's usually $22, and it's $9 right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Prime, free shipping. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, this is Manic Monday. Julie and I are going to be with you every Monday. We're going to juice with you. We're going to make healthy smoothies. We're going to make some of our favorite snacks. We're going to, you know, who knows what we're going to do here.
I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to give you lots and lots of tips to make juicing easy and just really fun. Fun, easy, and delicious.
And it's about making new healthy habits. And if we do this together with you, we're going to overcome those stumbling blocks. You know, those
That
things.
was a stumbling block right there.
Right, I purposely did that.
There you go.
You're only human.
Let's not do too much more because it looks like we're over capacity almost in our thing. So in our thing here for the juice.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. She picked that up on Prime. And you know, the thing is, you are here and you're watching. So, you know, you're ahead of all those other people that aren't going to tune into this part of our broadcast and be like, obviously you stand out. And so we acknowledge you for that. And we thank you and commend you for that. And we want you, you know, we don't acknowledge those things often enough in ourselves even.
These are all really important steps. That's right. I think it's really important that you engage, that you learn, you know, that you educate yourself, and that you really get out there and you try. I mean, not every juice we've ever made is delicious, and you know, you just really gotta, you know, do a lot of trial and error and figure out what works for you. We can give you lots of recipes, and we plan to do that in Manic Monday. Lots in our book, but just really getting out there and figuring out what works for you. What do you like?
And the thing is, we're going to help you overcome the self-doubt. We're going to help you overcome those things where you say, yeah, it's easy for you, you got all that and this, but we're going to help you get around it and overcome the self-doubt of that you can do this. Because whatever your goal is, if it's to lose weight, or if it's just to maintain your current weight, or maybe you're just looking for more energy to get through the day, if you're looking to clear up your skin, whatever it is, this is going to help. And we're here to support you. We're in this with you. It's actually a collaboration, and we motivate each other. So we want you to become part of Manic Mondays. Sign up, Jennifer, too. Sign up at juicecrewtv.com. Click on any of the videos there and get on our mailing list. Every Monday, we're going to send you out an email before the stream, and we're going to get consistent with the time. It's probably going to be noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, which is 2 o'clock Central here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Should we make some more juice?
I think we should make a little more juice because we're almost to capacity here, but let's make sure we get the ginger in and maybe a little bit more of stuff, and then we can try it.
Go ahead and type in, what are some of your goals when it comes to getting healthier? I mean, we're getting towards the end of the year. Did you meet your goals this year in 2017? 16? We're coming up on 2017 now?
Coming up on 2017.
It's hard to keep track, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
That's 30 years since we graduated high school.
2017 is coming. So did you reach your goals this year? Think back to, what were your resolutions? Are you still on track with them? Or did you fall off and now you're tuning in, and can this be the year that it happens? And I say yes. Julie says yes. 2017 is the year to make it happen. We're going to hit those resolutions with you. Go ahead and type it in though. I want to know, did you reach those resolutions, or what are your new resolutions going to be coming this year when it comes to health and staying on track?
Right, everybody wants to live longer. Longevity is something that everyone wants. And juicing is definitely going to help you do that because there's so many things about fruits and veggies and everything that you put in a juice that's going to help you to ward off cancer or, other chronic inflammatory disease, all of that. But also, we like to say juicing helps you to live better. And it's because it increases your energy. It makes your brain think clearer. It helps your productivity at work. Helps you just really fit more things into your life. And again, helps you to be able to do the things that you want to do in life because you stay lean. It helps you to maintain your weight and all of that.
And we're all about, it comes down to, when we put all the pieces together, what we're trying to do, we're talking about longevity. We're talking about living better, living longer, but more importantly, living better on the day-to-day. And so to support you, we've got some things coming up I want to invite you to. Jennifer's losing more weight, continue healing my torn ACL so I don't need surgery, and more energy. And that's exactly what this provides for us.
That's right.
There's some other things coming up I want to invite you to, all free. This week, actually, I've got a master class coming Thursday with best-selling author Lonnie Muehlrath on Fit Quickies, and you can sign up for that at juiceguru.com/Fit Quickies. I'll put a link in this video so you can come back and sign up for free.
Right, and that's all about, juicing is definitely a pillar of longevity. We say that, and it's one that leads to all the other things, like you crave healthier food, which is also a pillar of longevity. But getting in daily movement and daily exercise is something that's really important too. But how do you do that when you've got family, career, or just all the things that take up our time? All the things that take up our time and our energy and all of that. And so what Lonnie has is she's developed these 5-minute Fit Quickies where you could literally in 5 minutes, different times during the day, really flatten your abs and strengthen your core. And she's got one for just about everything. So we're going to talk about that and other things too.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome. Well, she's got a 3-point system that she's going to share. This is a masterclass that we actually will be selling at Juice Guru Academy, but you can attend free. You can be part of the studio audience, as I like to say, and it's this Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Sign up at juiceguru.tv/Fit Quickies, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to have handouts for you that you're going to get, and I just love that we can give back. The other thing we have coming in 2017, early in the year, is my Longevity World Summit, and we're going to interview the leading minds in longevity, connect the dots for you in that. You'll be hearing more about that. So there's a lot of fun things coming. I really can't wait, right, Julie?
Right. That's in addition to the Manic Mondays, which are going to go right through the holiday season and right into January, which is really the time of year we all know everyone starts focusing on themselves, their bodies, their health, their weight. So we're just going to be here for you to help you get that done and get it done well. I think we should stop because we're right at the brim. We want to make sure we get
the and so Jennifer, I think you were asking, I see when people type in, it's pretty cool. You were asking about an inexpensive juicer because you're just starting to juice and you're looking for something. So just tell me what your price range is. What are you able to afford? And, when you think about it, we think about it, pay now instead of later. Like, to get a good juicer, invest now, you're not going to have to pay those medical bills, those expensive surgeries, hospital bills. I said medication. So what can you invest? What's it worth to you? It's funny, most of us don't think about health until we're sick. And so our goal is to get us to think about it now, to set ourselves up for the longevity we deserve, to live the kind of life we're meant to live. And
We're really high up
yeah, we're gonna pour some juice though.
there. You know what I think? Okay.
But
sorry.
you can private message me too. Just let me know what your price point is, and we'll see what we could do.
Let's
I'll
mix
see
this
what I
up.
can recommend for you, or maybe I can even offer you something special that I do just for my friends here on Facebook, and family.
Now you can see in an efficient juicer how much juice you're getting. We have not
Gee.
finished juicing we still have half a cucumber, we have a whole lemon. These are things that yield a lot of juice, and we're to the brim, we have to stop. And so if you're making this for yourself, I think you sent out in one of your emails recently.
Did we stir that?
I just stirred it. The recipe for this, but you're going to want to do about 1 cucumber, 1 apple, perhaps half to 1 lemon, maybe about 6 ribs of celery, about half a bunch of kale, and
Well, even more. I mean, the more kale, the better, I say. But you want to mix it up. You don't want kale every day,
No.
especially if you have thyroid issues. We want to mix that up. Have spinach. Go ahead, Jennifer. Yeah, PM
You know
me.
what we
We'll see what we
forgot?
can do. Anyone else looking for a juicer this holiday season for you or your family? Send me a private message. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, send me an email. I don't know. Oh, you forgot.
Let's
the
not
important
forget
thing.
not most important, but very important for a delicious juice if you like spice. And again, really great for circulation and great for busting colds and flu.
Yeah, and this does prevent cold and flu. So we want to get some of that cayenne pepper in there. We use non-irradiated organic. We don't want the irradiated stuff because that's gone through all kinds of processing.
It's an organic.
And you want to make sure it's not irradiated. So just look for that.
And we've got our glass Dharma straws, which we love.
them.
We've tried every kind of reusable straw because we like to be eco. And we like to drink through a straw because just like red wine or coffee, something with color can stain your teeth. So we like to drink our juices with straws. And we use the glass straws because the plastic and the metal and every other kind we've tried do not clean efficiently. And something always gets caught in the little grooves in the plastic and it ruins the straw and it's
Right.
disgusting. That does not happen with the glass straws. They are amazing. We've used these probably hundreds or thousands of times.
I mean, just take a look how dark and green that is. It's not separating like you'll find with the less expensive juicers. It holds its integrity and it's efficient. The other thing you'll find, a lot of people complain, like my juicer won't handle the greens. It doesn't extract anything from the kale. And you can see by looking at the pulp what a great job it does. You can see the fibers of the pulp of the kale and all the other produce. It's amazing. Well, that's the celery we're seeing too.
You need an efficient
How is
juicer though. I haven't tried it yet. I thought we'd do a cheers first.
Cheers, and cheers to you in this new year and Manic Mondays and sticking with us. We're in this with you. We're here for you, which is the most exciting thing for us. Like, it's not about us getting up on some stage and telling you what to do. It's a collaboration in love and integrity.
Well, it's really about, Stephen's been juicing for 25, 26 years. And so you've struggled through everything pretty much. And so it's really taking everything that you know and that I've learned in the 7 years since I've been juicing and with you again, and really, telling, kind of honing that in and making it easy in little bite-sized pieces and giving it to everybody else.
Right. I want you to learn from my mistakes, and believe me, it's been everything. I mean, by the time I got out of college, I was so out of shape. I was smoking over a pack of cigarettes a day, late night parties, fried foods, that it was hard to even look at myself in the mirror. I was overweight. I was panting by the time I reached the top of a flight of steps, and it was juicing that turned it around for me. It was juicing that set me on a course of making better choices. And so this needs to be part of my life every day. And if you just try it, take our challenge and try it for 33 days.
And not just a juice fast. We're talking about 1 juice a day. Just 1 juice a day.
Right? Just try that. First thing in the morning on an
It's
empty
delicious.
stomach is the best. It really is good, isn't it?
It's really, of course it is. Anything that Stephen whips up is delicious. But now you have,
It's not just me. I
you
mean,
have the
it's
recipe.
it's you. It's your intuition. Once you get to know your juicer, once you start juicing, you kind of get the idea. I'm going to share those magic tips of why Julie thinks I'm such a great juicer. I'm not. Anyone can do this. And I'm going to teach that during Manic Mondays. So you want to stick around for that. Sign up, get on our email list at juicegurutv.com. That's where you can What do you? Oh,
I wanted to say one more thing
I saw
when
you
you're
were up to
done.
something.
I wasn't going to.
that's where you can get notified about Manic Mondays. You'll be on my daily email list where I kind of just rant about whatever obstacle I'm trying to overcome and how our choices can do that for us.
Okay. The one last thing I wanted to say on
Okay.
this particular first Manic Monday, when we talk about overcoming the obstacles, making it easy, making it something you really want to do. Well, what is the number one thing people think about when they think about juicing every day? It is cleaning that juicer. And so what I wanted to share with you today, the one amazing tool that we have found that makes that process super duper easy, and I'm holding it right now. It is the extra large scrubbing brush that TriBest offers. And we learned about this recently because we found our juicers to be pretty easy to clean. But with this, it's cut down our cleaning time to about 5 minutes. Because if you look at this, I'm not going to disassemble it now because we'll make a mess all over our set. But there's only 5 pieces in this juicer, and almost every one can just be rinsed under the water and cleaned off really easily. But the screen in it, and most juicers have a screen, slow juicers have a screen that they press the produce against, and it really squeezes out the juice. And they are really notoriously hard to clean. This will clean it in seconds. So you just kind of put it under the water, scrub, 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 you are done. And it's amazing. So I just wanted to point that out, something to invest in. It's not really expensive, but it's the best tool you'll ever have for making juicing an easy thing to do every day. That was my juice.
I actually just put in the chat because Jennifer had asked the link. So I put in the link for Juice Guru TV, or you can sign up for the free masterclass coming this Thursday with Lonnie. And that there's a link for that too. So that's for everyone. We are all invited to that $97 value masterclass as a gift from us, and a thank you for being here and being part of the Juice Guru community, the network, or the what's the word? Juice Guru Nation. Is that what we've been saying?
I like that. Juice Guru Nation. I can't stop drinking it either.
It is really good. You're welcome, and thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Anyone else who's tuning in and not typing in, thank you for watching us, taking this step with us to know that you're taking your health to a new level. We're going to be here with you as part of Manic Mondays, as part of all the work we're doing, our daily inspiration emails, whatever it is that we can do to serve you. Really, it's about connecting with you, knowing what your goals are, and then working with you to meet them together as a team.
That's right.
Are we going to pack it in now?
I think we are, right? I don't know that there's anything else we need to say on this first Manic Monday, but we'll have
Hey,
a lot more to
Danielle. Danielle, what's up?
say. Danielle.
Yeah.
Well, Danielle from Stuff I Eat.
No, that wasn't
Oh.
Danielle from Stuff I Eat. It wasn't Danielle from Stuff I Eat. Danielle from my mastermind group.
Oh, hi, Danielle. We do a lot of great
it's funny,
Danielles,
Danielle,
I have to
because
say.
I almost don't recognize you in your profile picture. It's funny, I didn't know
Well,
that was
tiny.
her.
It's so tiny.
She got my email. Well, you inspired me with the email 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Yes, your email about friends, and that inspired me to look at my circle of friends, and I sent out probably one of the most powerful emails I've ever sent.
Well, it's one of the most,
And that was because of Danielle.
right, one of the most honest, I think, and vulnerable emails I've seen you send, which really talks about something that you've struggled with, which is, I moved Stephen here to Los Angeles. This is not where he chooses to be, not where he'd want to be in terms of, he had made you've made a real circle of friends for yourself down in Orange County, and certainly, when we lived in New Jersey, you had lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I made him move here because I have a child and of my first marriage, and he's domiciled here in LA. So to be together as a family, Stephen had a sacrifice, and I'm so thankful that he did.
I had a sacrifice, and like you, Danielle, it's not about the quantity of friends, it's the quality. And so I've really been able to tune into that. It's funny having thousands of friends on Facebook, but then how many close friends do we really have? And so if we have just a handful, I think we're blessed. So I want to thank Danielle for bringing that to my attention, and I was able to communicate with my audience. Why does it need more?
Because you just poured more in.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's right.
Well, that's a good reason, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought that she had actually put it in there to begin with.
No.
But anyway, yeah, we're wrapping it up. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and type them in the box below so Julie and I can address them. And if not, we're going to be back next Monday for Manic Mondays. Good, can you sing that?
No, you sing it this time.
No.
Just
No.
another manic Monday.
Be careful, they might flag the video. They'll think that's actually the Bengals.
That's true, because I'm so good at this.
Anyway, it's been a lot of fun connecting with you, and it's just going to get weirder. So that's going right into my throat.
Did you say weirder? Did I put too much in?
Yeah, way too much.
Sorry.
So here's what happens when you put too much cayenne pepper in. It's horrifying what's happening to me right now.
And switch, because I love cayenne pepper.
I'm sorry, I can't even talk at this point.
Okay, well, let's
Go
wrap
ahead.
it up.
Well, there might be some questions. I was going to give it a minute.
There's actually not a lot of cayenne in here. I just think that you didn't mix it well.
Okay.
Yeah, and you probably sucked it all in.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want it back up?
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
It is a good juice. And so let's just recap one more time what went into this juice for those that want to make it at home. This is our cold and flu buster.
Mm-hmm.
It's featured in Try Best Life magazine, where Julie and I featured on the cover this month, and we also contributed this recipe. Whoa, it's really,
Okay, I'm gonna take over here.
it's
It is.
really. I see I'm making Danielle laugh, so that means that you did a good job of putting the cayenne in and doing that for me.
I
Thanks,
wanted some
Julie.
comedy relief, so I did that on purpose. Plus, I wanted to talk. No I'm kidding. So, okay, so about 1 apple. We use green apple, but if you like it sweeter, you can use a red apple. They tend to be sweeter and less
I laughed
tart.
like 3 minutes after you said that.
That's right. 1 cucumber, about 6 ribs, so that's an individual rib of celery. About 1 lemon, or about a half to 1
Well,
lemon.
these ribs make up a stalk. People get confused about that. They're like, I thought this was a rib, or I thought the whole thing was a rib, but this is a rib, and together it makes a stalk.
Okay. Kale, you probably want about half a bunch to a bunch of kale, depending upon just how green you want it. And you can always use another green like spinach, or we talk about this in our template recipe. So you can mix and match greens as you want, chard, anything you want, and you want to mix it up. In terms of really an anti-inflammatory kick, you want about half an inch of ginger.
To an inch. I mean, if you like your ginger, go ahead and put in a full inch.
It gives it a nice spice, and of course, it's so good for you. And then, depending, you don't want to choke like I choked my husband, but you want to put, a dash of cayenne pepper. It's fantastic for, cold and flu busting, as well as your circulation.
The amazing thing is right now, just from drinking this juice, I feel more energized than I have all day already. What can you expect? It's going to ward off the cold and flu without needing vaccinations. It's going to strengthen your immune system. It's going to turn back the clock on aging. What else is this juice going to do for you and more?
It's going to sharpen my brain so that after this, when I should probably be tired, I'm going to go and I'm going to do a lot more work.
Right, a lot more work. And that includes our exercise, which we're going to get in later today. And again, you see the link below for the Fit Quickies Masterclass this week, where we can learn how just 5 minutes a day we can start getting our body more toned, our bellies flat in 5 minutes or less. So that's with best-selling author Lonnie Muhlrath. I'll be interviewing her. She's going to show some slides on how to do the routines. You'll get a handout, all free, $97 class free when you sign up at the link below as part of Juice Guru Masterclass. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I guess that's it. I don't see any more questions coming in. Danielle doesn't see the link. I better pin it to the top while you improvise.
Okay.
This is where Julie does a tap dance.
I have really not much more to say. I think we talked all about the juice and its benefits. We talked about how you want to prep for the juice. And you can go back and watch this again if you missed anything.
Look how she had my back, though. She's like, there's no link.
That's really great. Thank you, Danielle. We talked about the importance of having a really good, efficient, and versatile juicer and what that's going to do for your juicing experience, because this is all about making your juicing experience fun, making it easy, which makes it fun, and making it really delicious. So the Flu Buster and Cold and Flu Buster is not just about staying healthy this cold and flu season, but it's really delicious too. So we talked about that. And of course, we talked about my favorite tip of the day, which is your extra large brush, because nobody likes to clean their juicer but you can make it a 5-minute process with one of these, okay? Because that's really going to get that screen, which is the hardest part of the juicer, to clean. And everything else just gets rinsed off and it's ready for you the next time you want to juice tomorrow morning.
I just put the link. Danielle can tell me that she sees it.
Oh,
I pinned it to the top,
I saw
That
it.
was my
I
link.
saw it come in. Okay.
so then you know it came in.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for improvising. I hope you like Julie's song and dance.
I didn't sing. I'm done with singing. Probably everyone else is done with me singing too.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, especially you who's sitting there in front of your computer watching us. Danielle sees it, so thank you, Danielle. Not from Stuff I Eat.
I told you,
That's-
we know a lot of amazing Daniels.
But there's something about the name Danielle, wasn't there?
Yes.
Oh, low battery. Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
Okay,
done
well,
then.
it's time then, right? It's time to pack it in. We'll be back next Monday